So this morning was my earliest wake-up call in New Zealand. Today it was 4:30 a.m, but it was necessary because it's perfect conditions when it's less wind to go up in a hot air balloon. That's what we're going to be doing today. There's a big old basket back there which I need to help pull down, so I'll be back with you in a minute.
1, 2, 3, 4! And let go, step away!
Ooh, there we go. So in here is, it's called the envelope. It's actual, the balloon itself. So we're gonna have to attach it somehow to the little picnic basket back there. So there we have it. We've pretty much stretched out the most of the envelope. The sun's coming up, so there's a beautiful sort of magnolia sheen to it. So what we're doing here is we're initially blowing up the envelope with these big old fans, and then once we get it to a nice little stage, we're going to turn on the burners and put some hot air into that. Now you can see just how huge this hot air balloon is. It is massive. I mean, it's probably about a 3-story building, and it's only getting bigger. So what we're doing now is we're filling the hot air with balloon, we're starting the burner, and you can already see the balloon starting to lift.
Okay, everybody on board, quick as you can, quickly, everybody on board.
So here we have it, we're finally taking off. The ground is slowly leaving us. And we are up and away, that's for sure. Ooh. So we've just seen a beautiful sunrise come out of the Pacific Ocean. Now with this morning light hitting the dew, and everything's got this lovely tinge of magnolia, it's a beautiful day to go flying. How high do these hot air balloons go?
You can take them up to 10,000 feet, but you need quite a calm day.
Yeah.
Ballooning is a bit like 3D sailing. There's different layers of air going at different wind speeds, different wind directions. Gets a little bit frustrating sometimes because helicopter you can make it turn and go where you want to go.
Yeah.
Balloon flies with the wind and you just sort of go where it takes you.
Perfect weather makes for a steady float across the Canterbury Plains, while nothing could be seen before dawn broke just moments ago. As the sky continued to brighten, so did the panorama of colourful patchwork land down below.
About time we head to the ground now. As you can see, we're losing altitude. Hang on! What is that, my head? Oh. A little bit of a rough landing. I think there was a bit of ground wind. You can actually feel it now. So there's a lot of rough and tumble. A few people getting winded. Well, I think we better help her out actually.
Woo! Congratulations, everyone.
Yes. This is the International Antarctic Centre, right close by Christchurch Airport. Now there is a fantastic amount to do here, and being New Zealand so close to the Antarctic, or the second landmass closest to Antarctic, it's a perfect place for the Antarctic campus. Now there's a lot to do here, so I'm going to get stuck in and see what I can show you guys. Now my favourite attraction here at the International Antarctic Centre has to be the little blue penguins, and little they are. They may be small, but they do have the loudest little squeal on them. The little blue penguins will pretty much munch away about 8 to 10 little fish in a session, so that's quite a lot considering how small they are.
You can find out more about the little blue penguins and other Antarctic species at the centre. Or even watch some awesome 4D shows at the theatre. But the centre's not just about showing you the Antarctic, they'll even take you to the Antarctic. Well, kind of.
Now this is the Antarctic storm room. It's kept at about a -8 degrees, but once they start churning the wind and dropping down the temperature, it goes down to a chilly -18 degrees with a wind mile per hour at 18.5. And I can just hear now they're about to start it, so watch this space. And I can actually feel the temperature dropping. Here comes the wind! Now that wind chill is at about -18.3 degrees, so your cheeks are pretty much burning in here. It's so cold in here. Oh, it's definitely nothing you'd experience in Malaysia.
Now that I've experienced the chill of the Antarctic, I'm ready to see what a joyride on the terrains of the South Pole feels like.
That looks like a very steep hill, by the way.
7 meters high, 7 meters down.
And then into a little
Into the
pond.
water at the bottom.
Bring it on. It's getting pretty steep. Right to the top. Let's go. Whoa. Right to the top. Let's go. You can actually see the water right up on the bonnet there. Now if you look down outside the window, it's right by the door, so you definitely don't want to be opening that. Whoa. So there we have it, the headland. Straight down that little drop into the pond. Fantastic experience. So you guys have to make your way over to the International Antarctic Center. It's a lot of fun for everyone.
My next destination takes me 180 kilometers up north from Christchurch. And as always, a long drive along New Zealand's countryside is never short of stunning sceneries. Now I'm going for Kaikoura to be even closer to New Zealand's wildlife, and this time I'm headed to sea.
Now look at that splendor that is all of Kaikoura. This is it at its peak. Now apart from the obvious beauty, those seaward facing mountains of Kaikoura, there's actually a natural beauty under the water. There's a big old canyon which drops down to about 7,000 feet, and that's because we're super close to the continental shelf, meaning the whales absolutely love it here, and that's what Kaikoura is famous for, is a bit of whale watching. Kaikoura is infamous for its marine biology, including whales, dolphins, as well as seals. So I'm going to be doing something a little bit more energetic today and head out onto the water with Kaikoura kayaks, and hopefully we'll be in touch with some of those seal colonies.
So Henry will give you that one there. What you want to do is punch out with the leading arm so it's straight, your top arm's bent. Put the paddle in the water right next to your kayak. You want to pull with the bottom arm at the same time as you're punching through with the top arm. So you've got this lever action.
I think I'm ready. Nothing much more to do than get out on the water, do a bit of hard paddling, and spot some marine life. See you in a bit. So this is Matt, he's our guide at Kaikoura Kayaks. Now Matt, on our little trip today, what do you think we're going to be looking out for?
I'd say we're definitely going to be coming across some New Zealand fur seals today.
Yeah.
Kaikoura is pretty special, you know, there's not many places in the world where you can go for a paddle for say 10 or 20 minutes and come across a bunch of marine life right at your doorstep under Snowcat Mountain.
I definitely recommend kayaking as your first taste of an adventure in Kaikoura. Being this close to the water, getting a nice workout from all the paddling, breathing in the cool, fresh air, and best of all, a trip to the sea safari.
They're laying back, they're relaxing whilst we're paddling over there. So unfair. So we've come into this little cove here, and you can see the big old seals right on top of the rocks over there sunbathing, and temperature is actually really important to them. They want to get as much heat as possible from the daytime, store it up, but if they do get warm, they just jump in the water, play around in the kelp, that washes their sort of kelp, and that's the life of a seal. Yeah, nice work. Whoa! Thanks very much,
No
Matt.
trouble, brother.
That was lovely. I've got to say, that was a beautiful little trip we had there. It's a different or complete different angle of Kaikoura. You've got that seaward facing Kaikoura Mountains with the snow-capped peaks. You've got the beautiful aquamarine of the Pacific Ocean, contrasted against that little kayak of yours. Couldn't get any better. Now this is Nin's Bin. This place is absolutely legendary around Kaikoura. Now what's so special about this place? Well, it serves some of the most delicious crayfish in the world, might I add. And being in Kaikoura, Kaikoura meaning eat crayfish, well, that's exactly what I'm here to do. Hello, how are you? Very good. Oh my gosh, look at these. These must be the infamous crayfish of Kaikoura, huh?
Yep, the freshest possible you can get.
Wow, are these caught in the waters just outside?
Yep, just straight out the front there by my father-in-law.
So, what are your recommendations?
I suggest the garlic butter.
The garlic butter? Well, I think you know your crayfish better than I do, so I'll take your word for it. I'll have some of the garlic butter, is that all right?
Definitely.
Excellent.
We'll go for this one here.
Ooh, yes please. Oh, look at that. Oh, thank you very much. That is amazing. This looks beautiful. Nice bit of crayfish meat there. Now that, it's sweet, it's soft. You know, that garlic doesn't overpower it. And what's best about it, it's caught right out there in that Pacific Ocean that we're about 20 meters from. So from sea to pot within the day, a couple of hours at least. This tastes unbelievable. Nin's Bin, you definitely have to stop there. Everybody, I would like you to meet Anne. She's the curator here at Fife House. Now, Fife House was renowned for something a little bit more controversial now, but back in the day was a main sort of source of business, wasn't it?
It was. This was the first European industry here, and that industry was whaling. We're literally standing in a house built on whale bones.
Really?
Yep. The floors are held up off the ground by vertebrae and jaws of southern right whales.
Now, we've actually got a vertebrae here, just to show you what we're talking about. Now that, it's bigger than my head.
Historically, the Fife House took almost 130 years to complete. Passed on between 3 different families since the original builder, Robert Fife, Mr. Fife was said to be the first European settler in the Kaikoura Peninsula and had set up the whaling station in 1842. Till today, the Fife House still stands on a pile of southern whale bones.
We're here at the seal colony right on the tip of the peninsula of Kaikoura. And as you can see, there's seals everywhere. They're just littering this little bay. And these are the most commonly found seals. They are called the New Zealand fur seal, and they are super cute. Now there is a law protecting the seals, so you're only allowed about 10 meters away or close to them, so you don't disturb them too much. I've been jumping off bridges, going kayaking, up mountains, around glaciers, but I can't forget that I can always check in online or check on my flight details back to Malaysia using my mobile. This is Ohau Stream. Now, it's a very special little spot about 15 minutes outside of Kaikoura. What's so special about it, you may ask? Well, it's the home of little seal pups. I'm gonna go have a quick look and see if I can see some.
Who would have thought that you could run into seal babies in the middle of the jungle? It'll take me a bit of a hike before I get to this secret hangout place of theirs, but trust me, you and I both are in for a cute surprise.
Look at that. There are about 8 or 7 of them just playing around in this little waterfall here. They're so cute. Now these are the little baby sea pups. They've come up all the way from the sea, all the way through these rocky little streams, and they're now just playing around without any adult supervision while their mum is probably sort of feeding and hunting. They're having a life of Riley.
I wasn't kidding when I said that this stream is indeed a daycare for these adorable pups. In fact, over 200 baby fur seals are left alone here daily while their mothers are out looking for food. So what can the pups do until their next meal but play like children do?
Now I am up bright and early because I am going to be having a little encounter, hopefully with an elegant, really super friendly, probably the cutest animal in the whole of the world, or should I say in the oceans, because I'm going to be looking out for dusky dolphins. I'm here at an encounter in Kaikoura, and hopefully it's going to be my lucky day. There we have it. I'm all kitted out. I've got my fins, I've got my my headgear there. I've got a mask and a snorkel, and of course a super thick wetsuit because it is going to be pretty cold out there. Hopefully, they haven't actually spotted any dolphins as of yet, but once we get on the boat, I think we'll be getting a little better look. So fingers crossed. So we've just jumped off the bus now. These are the boats that we're going to be using. The weather, it's a little bit cloudy, a little bit rainy, but the good thing is the ocean is very still at the moment, and that's what the dolphins love. They love jumping around and not too many waves, and hopefully they'll be playing with me. To come aboard, skipper. Callum's our skipper for the day. You are on the lookout, obviously, for our dolphins.
Yeah.
Have you spotted them this morning?
Not as yet, I haven't. But,
Okay, so you've got a couple of boats sort of spread out, and then they kind of help you out and radio in.
Yeah, we're all working together.
Dolphin spotting calls for some patience, of course, and a lot of focus. Now, what should you look out for? Well, little splashes made by the dolphins as they surface and dive into the ocean. And if you're lucky, a whole school of them.
So we just got word from the spotter plane that's been circling us and having a look down on the waters that there's actually a pod of dolphins just about ahead of us. So luckily we've spotted some. Next thing we need to do, we need to approach the pod and then jump in the water.
So you can just sort of see the shadows of the dolphins sort of playing around the boat. We've come to a stop now, and hopefully if they calm down, we'll be allowed in the water. So this is it, we're going to be sitting on the edge of the boat waiting for that buzzer. As soon as that buzzer rings, we're going to slip in and hopefully swim with the dolphins.
Dolphins are on your left-hand side! Go to your left!
dolphins circling around me now. They really react when you climb down. Swim with them. That's what I'm going to do.
Once in the water, it's all about being confident and careful as you swim amongst these friendly and playful sea creatures. A pod of dusky dolphins could range from 2 to 4 to even a dozen at a time.
My gosh, that is an absolutely amazing sight. But the big pod of dolphins are swimming all the way around us. You can see they're really close up to the boat here. You can hear them under the water. You really dive down, you can swim with them. But it's a lot of hard work fighting that cold and a bit of this current. Woo! But it's definitely worth it.
I've come to the end of my final chapter in New Zealand, and definitely an irreplaceable journey in my lifetime. This beautiful country has captivated me with an endless stretch of sights and scenery. Thrilled my senses with some of the best adventures on the planet. Kept me well fed with the freshest, the yummiest of local dishes, and ultimately treated me like a friend. I'm definitely making a return to this side of the world soon, and for those of you who have not been, you should definitely fly to New Zealand too.